How should we prepare an unoccupied house before a hurricane? Here's Sam Capri with Eyes On at Home Watch with the answer. A lot of our homeowners here in Naples, Florida do not live here. And when it comes to hurricane season, there are some things that you want to make sure that you have secured and done for your house prior to hurricane season. Is that correct, Sam?
Oh, absolutely. Because a little bit of planning and foresight will help your home survive and maintain its integrity during these hurricanes and high winds. Summertime here in Naples can be brutal. We have electrical storms, we have high winds, we have torrential rainfalls that occur. But we need the rain because that's why we have paradise. So the key here is for a reputable professional home watch company, such as Eyes On at Home Watch, to do a good pre-service review of our client's home to make sure that it's ready for pretty well flooded here.
For an unoccupied home before hurricane season, is there anything we should do to get ready? Here's Sam Capri with Eyes On at Home Watch with the answer.
So there's two components. One is the exterior and the other is the interior. Right now we're going to talk about the exterior of the house. Important things to look for are trees. Secondly, the roof. Have a roofer come over and just do a pre-check of your house. The gutters of your house need to really be cleared. That's going to eliminate a lot of the rain so that it doesn't pile back up in the gutter and then backflow into your home. Make sure your garage doors are strong. They have to be strong enough to have the impact, and then your shutters have to be down before the hurricanes. You don't want any projectiles around your pool area. Get them in, get them behind your hurricane shutters and in your lanai area. So pretty much there's nothing that can blow around in your yard that's going to be a projectile to your home or to others that are neighboring you. So exterior, again, the important part is to remove any projectiles. You kind of want it laid out so that you can just look. There's nothing out here that's going to blow in the wind. Also, you can see that the pool area is clear. There's not anything that's going to be a projectile. But more importantly, look at your dock area. Your boat should be secured, and that should be checked by a boat professional to make sure that that is properly secured and elevated in order to resist the hurricane winds and flood surges that can come our way. Important part about your home being unoccupied is that you can't have a water leak. We don't want any water inside your home. Water causes damage, mold, humidity levels go up if air conditioning goes out during an electrical storm. So the most important thing is to shut your main water valve to your home off, and that looks something like this. When the valve is off, you'll see that the valve handle is perpendicular to the pipe. When the water is on, that's flowing this way, so it's parallel with the pipe. That's important to look for. You can just come out. When we do our home watches, we turn the water on and go in and flush the toilets and rinse the sinks and fill the traps and do other things in the water zone to keep the house in a operational condition. When we leave for the visit, we turn it back off this way, and we take a picture of it to make sure that it's off, because other people, cleaners, pool people, landscapers, can come here and just turn that on and then forget to turn it off. So it's important that that stays off during an unoccupied home. Some homes are equipped with Wi-Fi on and off valves that can be controlled remotely. These inherently could cause a problem if Wi-Fi goes out. The gas lines must be turned off. Do not confuse these with the generator lines. That's important.
So a lot of different factors that we need to take into account for the exterior of our house, but now let's look at the inside.
Interior, again, I talked about exterior, but these are part of the garage door system. If you take a look up here, you'll see the reinforcement across this door. This looks pretty good. It looks pretty steady, but they also make bars that will come down vertically so that they will further keep these doors from blowing in, and then the rain would come in and the winds would come in, and that could affect what you have in your garage. Another important part in your garage, and it's normally in the garage, it can be in the house, it depends, but is your hot water heater. As you can see, your hot water heater has a pan around it with a line that comes out and that drains it. So if that hot water heater were to leak, it would run out and it would drain into the garage onto the floor. As a home watch professional, we check that every visit. We also, before a hurricane, since we're talking about hurricanes, we would shut this hot water heater off, and we would unplug that jet pump that's going to it. Some hot water heaters do not have a jet pump. You can see where it's plugged into the wall, but the hot water heater should be off. And before you leave your home, you want to make sure that your circuit breakers are not tripped. And this is something that your home watch professional, Eyes On at Home Watch, can do for you. Also, you'll see where you're marked for different things, such as your dryer, your refrigerator, but your hot water heater is going to be shut off out here. That's marked, and then that is shut off so that when you're away, the hot water heater is off. It's always good to leave your washer door open so that that airs out. Next thing, you want to prepare the interior of your house. This could mean unplugging some of your appliances to make sure that they are disconnected from the source, from the electrical source. Because remember, during a hurricane, there's a very strong chance that this house is going to lose power, or there could be surges in the electrical. That's why the circuit breaker being shut off at certain different appliances and things of that nature are important to look at. So also, refrigerator is important. You want to try to, as they've done, they've cleared out quite a bit. You want to try to remove a lot of your perishable items. And we have a nice little hack trick where it costs you a penny to figure out whether your freezer stopped working during the storm. But you want to remove a lot of the things that are going to spoil or go bad. The other thing that you want to make sure is to do inventory of your home. You have pictures, take some pictures of all of your inventory to make sure that if there's an insurance loss or if you have historical items that need to be looked at, that they are available. Inside of your house, again, with the exception of water leaks, the most important thing is going to be that your AC system is operational. And that should be after the storm, after the electricity goes back on. So you want to make sure that you have your AC serviced before you go away for hurricane season. Tell your service provider that you're leaving. They change the filters. They're going to make sure that your condensate drain is cleaned out so that doesn't shut off because it's being plugged. And they'll change your filters again, and they'll make sure that your humidity in your home is good. As a home watch professional, when we come through our clients' homes, we check the humidity. So after a hurricane, if the AC has been off for a while, the humidity levels in the house are going up. This is critical for us. We do not like to see that. So we need to work immediately to get a contractor in to get that AC working so that the home stays dry, clean, and comfortable.
In hurricane season, should we move our cars before a hurricane comes? Here's Sam Capri with Eyes On at Home Watch with the answer.
So, from Ian, Eyes On It, Home Watch, we worked through that. And what we saw and understood was that one of the biggest problems that occurred was that people's garages were flooded, including parking garages in the high-rise buildings. So the question always comes up, what do I do with my car before a storm? If you are in a flood-prone area, you should consider having your car moved to another place. A lot of people take them to the airport and put them on the third or fourth floor and just pay for the parking at the airport. There's other places where they can put it. It's not going to say that that place can't be flooded because it can happen anywhere. So you may move your car from point A to point B and point B gets flooded. And then you go, oh, why did I do that? But the bottom line is that's something to consider.
Let's say we have a hurricane, your power goes out, and so many of us rely on the cameras around our house to monitor what's happening. Now, let's say you're not here. How are you going to know what's going on after a storm? Here's Sam Capri with Eyes On at Home Watch with the answer.
Have a plan in place that you can follow to already have a home watch company set up for you. So don't wait until a hurricane's coming before you start to vet out a reputable home watch company. Have a contact, make the connection, have them go to your home, set them all up, make the agreements. You don't want to wait for someone to get to your house to make sure that you're hurricane ready. Do it now. Remember, it's not always possible to do everything before you leave. That's why it's important to use a professional home watch company here in Naples to look at your home, do a pre-hurricane assessment, and be with you during the hurricanes and be with you to evaluate and give you communication back so that you're sitting somewhere out of the storm in the north, west, wherever, and that you know what's going on with your home. They will take pictures for you. They will identify the issues. And a good home watch company has a lot of resources where we can connect the people that need to get in to do maybe the dry out, the clean out, the roof repairs, those things. We have a good client list of those people that have successfully worked with our clients. So it's important to have a home watch company. I can't oversell that particular thing. Eyes on Home Watch is not the only one. We are a company that's very reliable. We have great testimonials, but there's many home watch companies. Make sure whoever you hire is a registered business, is insured, has a background check, and provides a report to you for each visit that they go on. That report is going to save you from trying to convince your insurance company that your home was not unoccupied.